Hey everybody, I'm just doing a quick video here prior to going into the office for some floor time. The birds are chirping. So one thing I've learned in my short time in real estate is you're not going to get a straight answer from most people. The answer is always going to be, it depends. And it's always going to be prefaced by, I'm not a lawyer, but, and there's a good reason for that. Real estate is incredibly complex. So, you know, it's a good thing when you have somebody representing you in your best interests. So I'm going to talk a little bit about agency and what an agent is. So, you know, realtors are typically known as real estate agents. And why is that? Well, because when you sign either a listing agreement or an exclusive buyer's agreement with a brokerage, you are actually entering into an agreement called an agency agreement. And what that means is the agent, which in this case is the licensee or me, and my broker are acting as an agent on your behalf in a particular transaction. Now there's two agents. I'm your agent because I'm acting on behalf of you in the transaction, but I'm also an agent of my broker, meaning I'm acting on their behalf, okay? Because the broker can't do all these transactions. They need people like me to do them. So why is this important? Well, it's important for several reasons, not the least of which is a lot of people don't know this, but real estate agents are fiduciary, and I'll get into that in a future video. But essentially it means that we have to look out for your best interests, even above our own. So it's a pretty high legal standard. And certainly in a complex transaction like a real estate transaction, it's really good to have somebody looking out for your best interest who has some knowledge of how this transaction should go down. So in a future video, I'll talk a little bit more about, there's several different kinds of agency. Typically it's single agency where I'm representing you as a buyer or a seller. But there's other forms of agency and they get pretty complex. And also I'll go into a little bit more detail about what a fiduciary is and the responsibilities of a fiduciary. But just know that, you know, I know a lot of people don't want to pay commission to a real estate agent, but I'm telling you right now, we could probably get you a better price, and we're going to be protecting you from making mistakes, because I've seen even experienced real estate agents come up against situations where they're like asking people, what's the best course of action here? So, you know, that's somebody who's been doing this for 20 years. So just think about that. It's a small price to pay with one of the biggest assets you have in your life. So you all have a good Thursday. I got to head in and do floor time. And I'll get back to you guys again next week about what a fiduciary is and the different types of agency. Have a good day.